Welcome to episode 1 of 96 American Spirituals for Ukulele. This progressive course begins with the simplest 2-chord songs and works up through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9-chord songs. You'll learn new chords all along the way, as well as strumming and fingerpicking techniques, all while exploring a rich heritage of moving, inspirational, and even humorous American spirituals. A big thank you to my Patreons who help make all my videos possible. You will have access to a free PDF of today's spiritual at patreon.com/uke. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today we will be diving into Let Us Cheer the Weary Traveler. As always, we'll start with a playthrough and then cover any new chords and techniques. Our beginning note is C sharp, which is the first fret on the 3rd string, and our opening chord is E7. Here we go. 1 and 2 and... Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler along the heavenly way. I'll take my gospel trumpet and I'll begin to blow. And if my Savior helps me, I'll blow wherever I go. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler along the heavenly way. And if you meet with crosses and trials on the way, just keep your trust in Jesus and don't forget to pray. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler along the heavenly way. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot pray like Paul, you can tell the love of Jesus and say he died for all. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler. Let us cheer the weary traveler along the heavenly way. All right, so there you go. Let us cheer the weary traveler. That's our first 2-chord song, and it also happens to be in the key of A, and just accidentally, that is the one that I picked for just going in order. Key of A, 2 chords. So we start off with an E7 chord, which is the 5-7 chord in the key of A. Okay, and so this is a really comfortable chord in the hand. You have your first finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st. And it's just a beautiful, simple, very easy, very comfortable to get your fingers into those positions. And then our other chord is our A chord, and that's 1st finger, 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string. Okay, and so there we go. I'm so used to talking about F chord, which would have been on the 2nd string, but it's not. It's the 3rd string, 1st finger, 1st fret on the 3rd string. And that gives us our A chord. And you just want to get comfortable with these transitions. Anytime you have 2 new chords together, you just want to practice them until you can just do them without even thinking about it. Like I'm doing right now, talking to you and sort of just playing back and forth and just riffing and just making up things to say, right? So if you can carry on a conversation with your friends and just go back and forth between the 2 chords that you're using in a song, then you know you have those 2 chords down, okay? So make sure that you spend plenty of time just doing your chord transitions. A good place to do that always is in front of the television or listening to a podcast or just about anything else that keeps that front part of your mind busy while the deeper recesses of your mind are programming motor muscle memory. And you just want it to become absolutely automatic, something that you don't even have to think about. And so those are our first 2 chords. This set of 2 chords, this is the only song we're going to use them for in this whole 96 songs. These chords themselves might come back, but this is the only time that we'll have just the 2 of them together. Now, as far as the melody, with all these songs, if this is an unfamiliar song to you, as it was to me when I was doing research on these songs, just listen to it for a few times and get it in your ear, and that will take care of that part of it. Now, as far as the strumming goes, there's all kinds of things you can do with strumming. I did something very simple, which is a Chattanooga strum. A Chattanooga strum is basically just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, except you're putting accents on beats 2 and 4. And so if you're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, let me go to the A chord. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's all even. And it doesn't have any accents in it, right? But if you put accents on beats 2 and 4, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, Chattanooga, 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 right? That makes things a little bit more interesting, right? So let us cheer the weary traveler, let us cheer the weary traveler, let us cheer, and so on and so forth, right? And then on the verses, let me go back a page here. I just did a 1 strum per chord thing. Now I was doing rolls, which is basically 4 fingers, strumming across the string. But you wouldn't need to do that. You could just do that with a thumb strum. You could do it like this. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot pray like Paul, right? So anytime you have a verse-chorus situation like this, a really easy way to mix things up so that you're not just doing the same thing over and over again through the whole song, which can be really tiring on the ears of the listener and really boring for you as a player. One of the easiest things to do is just put a strumming pattern for the chorus, and then put 1 per chord, which is not a strumming pattern. It's just 1 strum per chord for your verses. And that's just a super simple way to go back and forth. And then you don't have to be worrying about trying to do 2 separate patterns in the same song. And not that that's bad, it's just that if you're a beginner, I think it's more than enough to worry about 1 strum pattern at a time. So just like the chords with the Chattanooga pattern, let me go back to the chorus here. Let us cheer the Chattanooga, 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 right? So you just want to practice that on your right hand without even worrying about the chords. So you're going to go Chattanooga, 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 Chattanooga. Once again, this is perfect practice for listening to a podcast or your favorite radio show, or you can even strum along like this to listening to songs that you love, right? And just get that into your, and then you're participating with something musical. So all of those things will work. And anyway, that's all there is to this. We got 2 chords. We've got a strumming pattern, Chattanooga strumming pattern, very easy. Chattanooga, Chattanooga, practice it. And then that's one of my favorite go-to strum patterns, especially for folk music like this, because it sounds very kind of bluegrassy. And then you just have that 1 strum per chord in the verses. And that's all there is to this song. It is very simple, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a lot of fun with these spirituals. I'm going to be putting out one of these every week at least. Maybe I'll put out more than 1 a week. It just depends. I have a whole group of songs coming up that use just the chords F and C7, and so I might do a few of those in 1 week to kind of condense that down a little bit, because I've got maybe 12 songs that use just those 2 chords. And so there you go. There is Let Us Cheer the Weary Traveler. Once again, if you would like to support this project, you can visit me on patreon.com/uke and make a pledge and get a PDF to go along with this video and all the future videos that I'm going to be making on this series and all the other series that I'm working on right now. This is just one of several things, of several projects that I'm working on. I'll be doing a 2-chord camp songs for kids series soon, and I'm got some other ideas in the works as well. So, all right, Auf Wiedersehen. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the spiritual and learn up.